Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually pretty exciting. So I'm going to try a new brand. They are, well, new to me and just new in general. So they are called Uoma Beauty. I believe I'm saying that correctly. I did try looking it up this time because, you know, me, I can't pronounce anything right. At least it feels that way. But, you know, I believe that's how it's pronounced. I could be wrong, so if I'm wrong, just go ahead and let me know. That way I can say it right next time. They are a new brand and you can find them at Ulta and also on their own website. As far as Ulta goes, they are online and then they are in some stores. For me, so where I live, they were in like a handful of stores. I believe probably 5 stores somewhat close to me. And that being, I think every store was about an hour away from me, if not more. So they are in stores, but you may or may not have any luck finding them at the Ulta closest to you. So I did actually drive about an hour. Yeah, it was like about an hour to an Ulta that did carry them. So I wanted to do that one, you know, I just really wanted to try them. I wanted to look at everything. I wanted to swatch everything. I just wanted to see everything in person. And I really prefer doing that. I mean, I could have bought stuff online and been totally fine with that. But, you know, it's just not the same, like being able to see it in a store. And also, I'm impatient. So instead of waiting the couple days for shipping, I just wanted to go ahead and go to a store, and I was already like halfway there, so it's not like I drove like the straight up like hour just because. I was already like somewhat in that area, so I'm like, you know what, I'll go, and I did. So I got their foundation and their concealer. So I'll show you the packaging of, well, I'll show you the boxes because I don't know why, but I feel like it's not important, but I can appreciate a good box. I don't know, just good packaging in general, meaning like the actual package that it's in, the actual container, and also like what box it's in. I mean, it's not important stuff. I can appreciate it. So this is the box for the concealer. And then they have, so it is kind of like, let's say like holographic, the writing. Can't really see it with the lighting in here right now, but this is the box for the foundation. And then I also got their concealer. So this is the box for the concealer. And so I'm gonna let you guys know, because I didn't realize this before I went to Ulta. So I don't know how to explain it. So basically they have multiple different versions of their foundation, meaning each, I think it's broken up into like shade ranges, and then there are different, not finishes, there are different foundations, meaning, see how this is, so this one is the blue writing. Basically the actual bottle of it also has a blue cap. So some of them do have like a pink cap or a purple cap, or I think there are a bunch of different colors. So basically what that is the foundation is geared towards a certain skin group as well. Like this one that I picked up is actually, I believe the way that it's worded is for aging skin, which I'm okay with. Like I mean, I'm getting older, but, and my birthday's next week, so you know, maybe I did a good job. Well, I guess I just didn't do my research beforehand because I didn't realize the differences of the foundations. So in the fair range, there's also purple caps. The purple caps are for redness. So for any individuals that struggle with redness, the purple cap probably would be the better choice for you. And I mean, it's one of the things that I talk about all the time, other than having more oily skin. I guess I do have more of a combination skin, but I do have areas that get oily. I also struggle with redness and rosacea just in general. So knowing that, I probably should have bought the purple cap foundation, basically. But I didn't, and it's totally fine. I still think that this would work for me. I'm getting older, so maybe this was the best choice for me. But if I really looked into everything before I went to Ulta, other than finding... So my biggest concern with foundation is I need to find the one that has... Obviously, I'm usually on the paler side of foundations, if not usually the palest one, the lightest shade, but I also need an undertone that's neutral. And that's one thing that drives me crazy about foundations, is that sometimes it's really hard to find one that is more neutral toned. And you really have to do your research of, you know, what number or what letter or whatever for brands is to symbolize the neutral foundations. That was kind of worded weird. Basically, the shade that I got was T2N, so the N meaning that it's neutral. And some brands, it's a little more difficult to kind of navigate that. So I always want to make sure that I get the one that's for neutral undertones. I do tend to be more on the warm side of undertones. I believe my undertone is more warm. I don't know, I prefer a neutral foundation, period. Like, I would rather go with just neutral versus going with a more yellow to warm toned foundation. So I spent a lot of time looking into what the right one for me, like undertone wise, would be, versus realizing that there were different types of the foundation. So that being said, I still think that this should work for me, but would I have preferred to buy the one for skin redness? Yes, definitely would have preferred to buy that. And next time I'll do even more research. So, okay, so this is the foundation bottle. And as I said, so this one has the blue cap, so this one's for aging skin, I believe. And then the concealer, this is the Stay Woke concealer, so it's this guy right here. And then I thought that was really cute too. Anyways, so Uoma Beauty is a newer brand. They're a luxury brand. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. So the products are a little more pricey. And I wanted to read you guys a list of stuff that they have out now. So I was able to see the whole display at the Ulta that I went to, and I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through like what other products they have. There were a bunch of other things I wanted to buy, but they are a luxury brand, so I was going to not go crazy yesterday. And I don't know, I feel like, you know, I haven't done really just a foundation, concealer, like wear test or anything on this channel yet. So I thought that would be a good opportunity to be able to do that. And yeah, so I'm just going to go over all of the products that they have. So I have Ulta's app pulled up on my phone. So they have a liquid eyeliner. I really wanted to try this, and I'm kind of bummed that I didn't grab it. I don't know why I didn't actually end up buying it, but they have a liquid liner, and the applicator part of it, so the tip of the eyeliner is kind of similar to the Kat Von D one. So it is like a pen tip eyeliner, which if you guys don't know by now, that's literally the only kind of eyeliner I use. Like, I can use the other ones. Is it more difficult for me? Definitely. Something about the pen tip eyeliners, I adore them. They make eyeliner so much easier, at least for me. So, you know, maybe that's not your style, but this eyeliner definitely looks like something I want to try. And it's got good reviews on Ulta so far, so when I do buy more stuff from this brand, I definitely want to try the eyeliner. And now I'm regretting that I didn't buy it. So, and then they have the foundation, and the shade range on the foundation, by the way, is amazing. They have over 51 different shades of foundation. That is amazing. I needed everyone to know that, because that is a lot. And that's how it should be. Really, that's how it should be. So they do have three eyeshadow palettes. There was one with this like bright yellow shade. That one probably would have been the one that I would have bought. I didn't buy it. It looks like it's $44. So that's pretty standard for like high-end beauty. So, but didn't buy it yet. I am interested in buying one of their palettes eventually, but when I do, it'll definitely be the one with the more yellow slash like green shade. Or there's like a couple shimmers. There's like a green shimmer and like a more like greeny, like a yellow green color too, which is really pretty. So when I'm able to buy one of those eyeshadow palettes, I'm buying that one. Anyways, they also have 3 different kinds of lip products. So they have a gloss, they have just a standard lipstick, and they also have metallic lipsticks. The metallic ones actually looked really cool. I think if I would have bought any of the lipsticks at all, I probably would have gotten a lip gloss, because all of a sudden I'm into those, so go figure. But, because I used to like never want glosses ever, so it's kind of crazy that I'm into glosses now. But, that's something to try for later. Anyways, they have 3 different kinds of lip products. So they have the matte lipstick, metallic lipstick, and the glosses. They also have a contour stick. They have the concealer that I got, and I believe that's it. Yes, so that's everything. I would have loved to buy more, but a little expensive. So we have the foundation and the concealer. I'm really excited to try them. And by the way, I don't think I said this earlier, but it's a weightless soft matte hydrating foundation. I don't know how that works. Usually mattes aren't hydrating. It just sounds weird to me, but I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to go with it because overall it's a matte foundation, a matte finish, and I like that. So anyways, weightless soft matte hydrating foundation. And I'm going to pull up the description of this foundation just to kind of clarify the description behind the ones with the blue caps. And again, I realized this after I already purchased this. The Fair Lady Blue Cap Shades, specifically formulated for fair skin. The most common concern with this skin type is premature aging, and most common skin type is dry combination skin type. The Fair Lady formulation is created with grape extract, which is known to induce hyaluronic acid. Okay, hold on. There were way more words in this than I was expecting. Hyaluronic acid synthesis, stimulate collagen production, and improve cell detoxification. Berry extract ensures hydration to ensure your skin as flawless as it looks. This is what this concealer does, or foundation does, apparently. The one with the other cap is for redness. Anyways, I think I've said that a million times. Let's go ahead, and if I didn't say this already, I got the Fair Lady, so it's the one in the blue box, T2N. So I know that's going to be backwards, but I got that one. And let's see. So I think we're going to do this with a beauty blender. Actually, I kind of want to do this with a brush. I don't know. And I don't remember if I've already showed this or not, so it does have a pump, which is amazing because that is the way foundations should be, is in a pump bottle. But that's just me, maybe. So I did about 3 pumps on the back of my hand just to kind of see. I might not need all of it, maybe I'll want more. But yeah, let's go ahead and find my mirror, and then, okay, well, I'll find a mirror. So just gonna apply this with a brush right now. Just do like a thin layer of it and kind of bring it down just a tad. Hopefully I picked the right shade. And it looks like I did. So I'm gonna take my beauty sponge. Yeah, that's actually, at least from here, that's pretty close to my skin, pretty close to my skin tone. So that's That's impressive on my part that I actually picked the right one. Alright. Just do the rest of the face. Also, I totally forgot to mention this. I did already prime my skin, but it does look like I need to put a little bit more primer on my forehead before I get to that point. So I used the Tarte base tape. It's a hydrating primer, but I didn't do it on my forehead or anything. So I basically did it in this area here. So I did the Tarte base tape, and then I just need to do a little bit of a matte primer on my forehead. So I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild one just because I'm super oily on my forehead right now. Okay, I'm gonna give that some time for my forehead just because I literally just put the primer on there. So go ahead and just build up the coverage. It's got a pretty decent coverage. I can still see my redness through there and some like pigmentation. I'm interested to see how it'll look with the concealer though. Do a little bit more on this side. Also, something that I forgot to mention, so I haven't fully looked into it, but on the box of this foundation, it's pretty exciting. It does say that they're cruelty-free and that at least the foundation is vegan. I don't know if all of their products are or not. I haven't looked into that, but so it has it on the side. There you go. But that's pretty exciting, and I thought that was a good thing to let you guys know. Okay, so now for the forehead. It's actually pretty good. Like I'm gonna see how it looks like building it up a little bit more, but so far I'm actually really liking the look of this. And I think maybe it's a little too light, maybe not. In comparison to my neck, maybe I just need to like bring it down a little bit further. But so far, I think this actually looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm just gonna take like 2 more pumps and then kind of distribute that for more coverage, and then we'll go in with the concealer. And try to just bring that down my neck a little bit further. Got a little bit too close to my eye. I'm actually really liking this. But then again, I love matte products, so okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with the coverage on this. You definitely have to build it up a little bit. Like I'm gonna go back into some areas just for extra coverage. And the fact that I have a little bit of product left, so rather than wasting it, we'll just use what I have left. Okay, so foundation, did I do like 5 pumps, something around there? I don't remember. But This is actually, I'm pretty impressed with how this looks. It's not super matte where I feel like if you have dry skin that you wouldn't be able to use this. I definitely think that you could use it, maybe just use a little bit less. I did remember seeing somewhere that you might not want to use it if you have very dry skin, but if it's not to like the most extreme, I feel like you would be fine using this foundation. Like I said, just maybe use a little bit less, especially since I did like 5 or 6 pumps. I honestly don't remember how many I just did, but overall, I mean, this is actually looking pretty good. I like the finish of it. My forehead's a little oily, but that's just my forehead, so not gonna really nitpick that. But as far as the coverage goes, like I feel like the coverage is pretty nice. I felt like I had to build it up a little bit, but it's always a good thing to try too when you're first trying a foundation, is to see how much you can build it up, because that's like the worst when you try to build up a foundation realizing it just does not look good after putting a certain amount on. So like if it were to get cakey or anything like that. So I haven't noticed any problems with that, and I definitely could have used more, you know, like I probably could have been a little more heavy-handed, but I also have this concealer, so I kind of want to give a fair chance to both to see how they look together. And especially since this is the first time of me using this, I can definitely experiment more with application later, see how it is with a brush and everything like that, with different amounts, different primers. But for today, I'm actually really impressed with this. Like, I think it looks really nice. Okay, so here is the foundation again, or concealer. Here's the concealer again, and then I'll show you the applicator. So let's see. And then this is the applicator. The one thing I'll say about this, when I took it out of the box last night, and the box itself is already kind of small, I was a little disappointed with the amount that you get with this. So it's $25. Like I said, it's a luxury brand, so the price point that's pretty average for a luxury brand. But it's $25, and I just feel like this is so small compared to other concealers that I have. So what's in here is, it says that it's 0.1 fluid ounces in this here. So I kind of went through my other concealers to see how much was in here. So this Wet n Wild one is 0.29 fluid ounces. So there's this versus this one. This one again is like, it's drugstore, so it's definitely under $10. I want to say it's closer to like maybe $5. So this is 0.29 fluid ounces. Then we have the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, which is again another drugstore product. And this guy's a little dirty, so we're not going to spend too much time trying to clean this bottle because I use it all the time. But this one is, actually doesn't say on here how much of product is in this concealer. So I'm going to look it up because now I want to know. So, okay, so this has 0.20... This has 0.203 fluid ounces. So this is the e.l.f. concealer, and then see the difference between the amounts. And then I was curious about Shape Tape because I feel like, you know, Shape Tape is more similar in range. It's also a high-end concealer, so I looked into that, and this one also is 0.338 fluid ounces. This one is about, let's see, so trying to like hold them up as evenly as possible. So this is Shape Tape versus this one here. And this is okay, so this one is a little more expensive. It's about $2 more. So this one's $27 versus $25. So that's just the one thing that I kind of noticed, is I feel like for the amount that you pay for it, it's a little stingy on the amount of product that you get. And that's just some quick comparisons of the concealers that I use basically on a daily basis. I kind of rotate through those 3. So I do feel like you could have gotten more for the amount that you paid for it. Anyways, just thought that was something to note. And I guess I don't think I actually said how much the actual foundation was. So while we're on the cost of things, I don't think I have it screenshotted, but let's see. Okay, so it's $39 for the foundation. And also, just to embarrass myself a little bit, it definitely explains, so I took a picture of the display. I don't know, you can't really see that well. It explains the difference between the foundations, but I had like pre-picked one out before I was there, so I kind of like looked for it. I like swatched it on my hand and I was like, yep, that's it. Not even really reading anything, so, you know, if you're a little more observant than I am, you can definitely see it has everything very well like labeled of what foundation is what. So be observant, people, because I wasn't. But anyways, I mean, I'm liking this foundation, so I honestly don't know what the difference between if I would have gotten the other one, how much that would have really helped my redness anyways, if it would have been the same amount of coverage or whatever it was. But it does say on the display what, you know, it explains everything. So, you know, it went right over my head apparently. I was just so excited to like be able to buy this stuff that I didn't even pay attention to it. So, it explains everything very thoroughly if you look at the display. So if you get to see this stuff in the store, please pay attention, because I didn't. But, you know, I'm really liking this, I keep getting them mixed up. Maybe I shouldn't have done the foundation and the concealer because I'm like mixing up the words. But it does explain what is what, so that's my bad. Anyways, rant over. We will go ahead and put the concealer on. But yeah, I just thought the pricing difference and the amount of product was something interesting to note. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. And I think I might have forgotten, I got the Fair Lady T1 for this right here. Just gonna put a little bit more on here. I feel like maybe I should have gone a little lighter with the concealer, like shade maybe like another one lighter, like whatever the lighter one underneath this one is, but you know what, I think that's okay. Not bad. Probably need to build it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm just kind of spot concealing a little bit. Also, we'll get my forehead. I might go in with a little more concealer underneath my eyes. Okay, I'm just gonna do a tiny bit more. Okay, so not bad. So this is what we're working with right now. I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face, kind of freshen up my eyebrows a little bit, maybe put lashes on. I haven't decided if I'm doing that or not today, but finish the rest of my makeup and then I will hop on here one more time. See you guys in a minute. Alright, so now that everything is finished, this is my final look before I go ahead and change and then go out for the day. It is 5 o'clock, so I definitely don't have much day left at all, but I'm probably going to be up fairly late, like 12, 1 o'clock, whatever. So at the end of everything, I'll go ahead and show you guys what it looks like at the end of the day. But yeah, so this is the foundation and concealer. Overall, I think that this looks really good. I do like matte stuff, so I'm very happy with it. I think I picked a pretty good shade for both the foundation and the concealer. So just get you guys a little bit closer in. But this is how everything looks right now. Like I said, it's almost about 5 o'clock. So I will check back in with you guys before I take my makeup off. Okay, so I'm back. It's about 11, I think. So I had this on for only about 6 hours. Overall, I think it looks pretty good still. I didn't do any touch-ups whatsoever, so I haven't blotted my forehead, like no powder or anything like that, since the original, like, putting everything on. So with that being said, I mean, my forehead's usually the most oily part of my face, and yeah, it is a little shiny. I mean, it's always that way, and I think that, you know, I think it looks pretty good without like touching it up whatsoever. I do have staining on my lips. I actually put a lipstick on and then took it off. So if my mouth looks like I just had Kool-Aid, I didn't. Regrettably, I didn't, but you know. Anyways, I have my glasses on just to like talk about it so I can actually see like what I'm talking about. I did take my contacts off and my eyelashes, and I am ready to take everything else off. So to just kind of talk about how I think everything wore, how I think everything looks, and I'll show you guys like without my glasses on too. I will say I do have indents of my glasses. That just happens with these. So I'm interested to see if there's any other, like any primers or setting sprays or anything like that that would help make that go away. I've heard of a couple things, but to be honest, I kind of just expect it with glasses anymore. So of course I'm interested in finding something that would help the glasses marks, but I wear my glasses so much that like you usually wouldn't be able to see it because I'm wearing my glasses. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, for the most part, I think this foundation and concealer were really nice. I do like the foundation more than I like the concealer, but I do like the concealer overall. I am picky with high-end products because, like I said earlier, for the amount that you get, this would have to be really amazing for me to justify the size and the price, basically. The fact that it's a lot smaller than any other concealer that I have. I mean, my e.l.f. one is, I mean, I love that one, and knowing how good a drugstore one is, how much more you get for that, how much cheaper it is, it's really hard for me to justify spending $25 on a concealer that is good but not amazing. And it does have a lot to do with the price and the amount that you get. I'm gonna use it more. I'm gonna keep trying it out. This is the only the first time of me using it, so you know, I can't just say like these are my feelings and they're not going to change, because they could totally change and I could love it and I could think that it's the best thing in the whole entire world at a different time. It is good. I did like it, but the size and the price are just really like holding me back right now. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. So I did like it. I'm gonna have to use it more and then go from there. As far as the foundation, I'm so excited to keep using this. Like my hair's up and crazy. Sorry. Well, not sorry. I don't know. I'm ready to go to bed. Anyways, I mean, other than my forehead, and my forehead is always, not always like this, but it is, like I've said a million times, it is my problem spot of my face. So I didn't blot it at all. I didn't use any powder after the original like application, just to see how it would be. And obviously I kind of knew that I was going to have more oil in this area. I did even go on a walk and all that stuff like that, so I was being somewhat active for that like 6 hours. So, you know, with doing that stuff and not touching anything up, I think that this is good. I really do. And I like the finish. I'm just so excited to keep using it. It is, again, yes, it's a luxury brand, so I'm gonna say it's expensive. Just throwing that out there. I use a ton of drugstore stuff all the time, and I feel like I repeat myself when I say this, but I do think that this is worth the money. I've really liked it. I think that my skin looked really nice. I love matte finishes, so I'm excited to keep working with it, and I'm definitely going to be using it the rest of the week. Like, I can 100% tell you that I'm going to use this. Anytime I do my makeup the rest of the week, I'm using this. Like, I am excited to use this product and to keep using it. The concealer, again, I am excited to keep using it, but I'm a little eh on it still, just because of all the things that we just talked about. So, but this, however, I've really enjoyed it. But we can get closer and see how everything kind of looks after the original application. And my makeup's gonna look a little rough. I'm ready to take it off. I took my contacts out like not even like 30 minutes after filming. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to take this off. And my stained lips and everything, I am ready to take this off and go to bed. So, show you, and I'm not going to be able to see anything. Well, actually, you know what, let me put these back on. And I can show you closer. So I do have like a little bit of creasing. The under eye area isn't the greatest, but I probably should have set it a little bit more than I did. I was kind of in a rush, so you know, there's always more opportunity to try out other products that you can use with it and what's going to be the best for application wise. So I'm not super worried about that. I've got a couple setting powders or translucent powders and stuff like that that I want to try out. So I'll be trying out a lot of new stuff in the next couple days / weeks. You know, I'm not too worried about that right now. So let's just say, yeah, I do have a little bit of creasing. That's pretty average for me though. Other than that, I mean, yeah, a little creasage under the eyes, but nothing more than what would be normal. I don't really see, honestly, the white balance is off right now, so I'm really yellow. I promise I don't look this way. Okay, so yeah, I do have, I mean, my little dimples. Honestly, I think it looks good. For not touching it up or anything after the original application, I'm happy with how this looks. Like, if I wore this all day to work and I got in my car and I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw this, I'd be fine with it. I'd be like, wow, not bad. So, but just for scientific purposes, and I'm just gonna kind of do this really fast. So you can see, like, it's coming off where my glasses are. You can see, like, the under eye area is probably a little creasage there, but, and I am about to take my eye makeup off, so it might not look the best. But, I mean, yeah, I think this looks good. And like I said, I'm excited to keep using it. I really like the finish of it, and I'm excited to see how it's gonna look with other products, other translucent powders, like fully like baking and everything like that. I didn't really do that today. I did like a very minimal amount of stuff with it, just because I kind of feel like, I mean, maybe I should have done that, and maybe for the next, I'm gonna do another foundation and concealer, like first impression / review coming up within the next like week or so. So maybe then I should like do everything to the full extent, but I think it's just a good, kind of a good opportunity to not be super minimal when you're trying like a new foundation or concealer, but you can kind of get a better idea of like how to work with it while like doing more minimal stuff versus like completely doing like what you would always do, like baking and all of that stuff. And I don't know where I'm going with that. I wanted to keep it kind of minimal and kind of focus on the fact that I was trying a new concealer and a new foundation. I don't know where I was going with that. But I'm excited to try like other techniques and other products in addition to the foundation and the concealer and see like what works the best. Maybe there's like a different primer or, you know, whatever it is. But with what I did today, I'm happy with it. So I'm very I needed to show this somehow. I'm very happy with this foundation, and I do need to kind of work with the concealer a little bit more for me to justify the price. Justify the price and the amount that you get. But I mean, I wasn't super unhappy with it or anything, but for the price point, I think it needs a little more, like, something for me to be okay with it. So, alright. Yeah, I guess that is all. But yeah, I mean, I keep looking at myself like, not bad, you know? Like, that looks pretty good. I'm impressed. And yes, I need to keep working with concealer. I'm going to say that a million times. But the foundation, I am a fan. So, and it's only one time of me using it, and I literally can't wait to do my makeup tomorrow just so I can use it again and see what else I could do with it. So, that is it for this video today. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.